What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new episode. Coach Joe here with Heartletics.com. And I just got to be honest with you guys. I get asked this question so much. And this is why we need to have another episode, another podcast talking about it. Because I continue like nonstop, and I will continue to get asked nonstop. And odds are this will not be the last podcast episode that I go ahead and talk about this. And the number one question that I get asked more than anything is, Joe, what are the best supplements to take? Joe, what supplements do you take? Joe, what supplements do you recommend? So let's talk all about it. Now, I actually don't mind talking about this just because at the end of the day, I am constantly changing supplements that I personally take. I'll be completely honest with you guys. I'm not set in stone anything, right? Like, you know how like people are like ride or die keto, like if you eat, like carbs at all, like you're going to hell. And it's like this weird cult that, keto fanatics have. I'm not like that at all with anything, right? I'm very open-minded. And with supplements, I'll be the first one to tell you, I'm sponsored by some supplement companies. I recommend their certain products. I don't recommend all their products. There's a bunch of products that I take that I'm, not sponsored by. At the end of the day, like supplements is just a tool. And I think that's what I'm going to share right off the bat before I go into what I'm currently taking. And then also, I'm going to make sure to share that again at the end of the episode so you just have a reminder that it's just a tool. At the end of the day, do me a favor, make a triangle, right, with your hands, okay? And you can see like at the very, very tip of the top, right, very, very little bit. That's supplements. That's it, right? So what does that mean with that triangle? Well, your foundation is going to be your nutrition. So your calories, your macronutrients, right? Stress goes in there, working out goes in there, NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, that goes in there. There's so much to play here, guys. So like the people that typically always ask me about supplements are the guys that they want that quick fix and they firmly believe that there's going to be a quick fix out there for them when there's not, right? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it's like the lottery ticket, okay? If they made a fat loss pill that would conquer your body fat, right, and destroy it and help you have more energy and help you also lower your blood pressure, help you get off your cholesterol medications and just give you the best health in the world, you, me, everybody in the general population would not get access to that. Like, at the end of the day, the pharmaceutical industry, right? Not to just, get it all way off topic here, but the pharmaceutical industry is like a $5 billion industry. Hey, I'll be honest. If I was selling, right, medications, I would not be trying to improve your health and improve your life by giving you a fat loss pill that literally is going to cure your health and make it 10 times better. And guess what? The people that's like way higher up above us, yeah, they don't want you getting access to that either. But then again, it doesn't even exist. It never will exist, okay? And even if it did exist, all right, it's like the lottery. So what does that mean? Well, hey, people that play the lottery, right? Let's say they win the Mega Millions and whatnot. Look up the stats. They end up going broke after about 5 years. Why? Because they didn't build up any habits as to that money mindset, that millionaire lifestyle. They just blow away all their money. And within 5 years, they go back to being broke again, right? Broke is a joke because they didn't establish any habits. So if they made some magic fat loss pill that was going to cure you of, getting off your blood pressure and cholesterol meds and help you have more energy, help you, get off the, lose the dad bod and lose your, body fat, guess what? Odds are you would end up exactly where you are right now because you didn't establish any habits. And this is why at Heartletics, we focus on primarily just habits. Hey, teaching you how to fish, not just giving you a fish. So teaching you essential habits. There's 7 of them, right? On how to eat and how to train properly. So that way you don't regain the weight that you're working so hard to lose. Okay. So side rant over with, but really hopes that kind of like hits the nail on the head and really helps you guys understand that, at the end of the day, if you're not moving your body and focusing on what you're putting into your body in terms of nutrition, it doesn't matter about supplements at all. Okay. Now, what I'm about to share with you is just an FYI. This is what I take. Just because I look good with my shirt off and I stay around 10% body fat all year round and I have tons and tons of energy, guess what? It doesn't mean you're going to be having the same, effects. It doesn't. Because what you guys don't see, right? Just because I'm giving you guys some recommendations on what I personally take, what you guys don't see is me doing 300 push-ups and 300 sit-ups a day. Me focusing on getting 10,000 steps in a day. Me in the gym 5 times a week and I focus on progressive overload. Me also focusing on doing a protein-sparing diet approach because that's what works best for me to help hit my macronutrient goals. You guys don't see any of this stuff. You guys don't see me also meditating, right? To focusing on lowering my cortisol levels so I'm not stressed out. When you're a CEO of a successful business, it's very stressful. There's a lot behind the scenes here that people don't understand. And so, once again, just because I'm going to give you supplement recommendations as far as what I take, it's just recommendations. It's just what I'm taking right now. And I promise you this, probably in 6 months, I'm not going to be taking them. I'm going to be taking something else. Okay. There's a handful of supplements that I take religiously, and I'll share that also. Okay. So here's what I'm currently taking right now. Protein powder, and I chalk that up as a supplement. Even though it's not a capsule, right, form like you're probably thinking of a supplement, it's still a supplement. And I need my protein powder because I don't know how to meal prep and cook food like at all. I'm a 30-year-old kid. I'm still, living off of steam fresh veggies and Uncle Ben's rice and, some prepared chicken that you can just buy at the grocery store that's already cooked. Okay, that's me. That's my lifestyle. I don't care to learn how to cook and I don't have the patience. All right. So protein powder, I utilize a lot to help me hit my protein goal. Protein bars, protein supplements in that aspect, I'm a big, big fan of. Okay. Just because one, I need it to once again help me hit my goal. 2, I got to eat something here. I'm not a big fan of intermittent fasting because when I tried to do that before in the past, I lost a whole bunch of muscle, right? Like it was just, I wasn't feeding my body properly and I was losing weight, but that weight loss was loss in muscle. I need at least around 200 grams of protein to maintain my muscle that I'm working so hard for, especially the older I get. Guess what? That muscle that I have, if I ever fall or, something like that, let's say if I'm in my 60s and I fall down the stairs or I slip on some ice, whatever the case may be, having that muscle, right, is going to help aid in more support, more stability for my body. But also if I ever fall, I can be well protected. My bones aren't going to break. My joints aren't going to snap, So just once again, I'm just making this so that way you guys think differently. Because I know you guys think that there's a one size fits all, got to do things X amount of, ways, and that's the only way. It's not at all, right? We don't preach about that at all, okay? And I really hope this episode helps you guys out. What are some other supplements I take? Well, I don't eat a lot of fats, okay? My body does great on a high protein, high to moderate carbohydrate diet, low fat diet, okay? And I don't mean low fat, like eating next to nothing. I mean, like when my body's having around 40 to 60 grams a day of fats, I'm in a really good sweet spot. Fats are essential. I understand that your body needs it for hormonal functions, but like the crazy keto with the 75% fats that I actually used to do for 6 months straight religiously, I just don't like feeling greasy. Let's just say it like that. And I don't like all that fats because then at the end of the day, hey, fats are higher up in calories compared to carbohydrates and, protein. I like to make sure I'm eating something that works well for my body so I can perform better, right? In the gym, sustainability, energy, brain focusedness, I just know what works best for me, okay? So one supplement that I take since I don't eat a lot of fats is omega-3 fish oils, right? It might be sometimes salmon oil, right? It might be sometimes krill oil. It might be sometimes, just regular omega-3 fatty acid fish oil. Doesn't matter, right? I'm just getting into healthy fats in a supplement form as a reminder, like, hey, Joe, you don't eat a lot of fats in your nutritional diets, so might as well take a supplement. Easiest way, okay? So obviously there's a lot of benefits to your brain, to your heart, some to your joints, but I don't care about that. I care more the fact that I understand I need healthy fats in my diet. I'm not eating enough through my nutrition. Here's the thing. If I was eating enough, and let's say I was eating all wholesome foods, I wouldn't need any of these supplements that I'm taking currently right now. I wouldn't need protein powder, right? I wouldn't need protein bars. I wouldn't need fish oil or any of that stuff because I was able to do so in a way where it's just through all my whole foods. But once again, hey, Coach Joe don't know how to cook. Coach Joe don't have time to cook either. So I do what's convenient for me. Right? I'm not saying just because I live off processed foods my entire life, it's the healthiest thing in the world. Hey, at the end of the day, my blood markers are fine, right? I'm healthy, okay? So it's just what works for me, and I'm gonna stick with it, okay? So number one on the list, healthy fats, omega-3s, fish oil, krill, whatever it is that you want to get or whatever, right? That's just what I take. The second thing that I take, I should say, currently right now, and I recently started taking it probably a week ago because I used to take from First Form Omega or Opti Greens, and I just literally just am lazy. Like plain and simple. Literally just am lazy where I'm so pressed for time and I'm trying to really maximize my time so I can be efficient here at work and be really good with time management that I just did not want to take a scoop and put it into water and blend it together and drink it. That's how lazy I am, guys. Okay, so when we preach like, hey, we can get anybody in shape, like, especially if you're busy, we mean it because we focus on optimizing things the best way possible. And so I just recently started just taking a capsule for micronutrients. Why? Well, even though I'm still eating my vegetables and everything like that for dinner time, I just know that when I get more greens in, I feel more energized. I feel better. It's weird. Maybe it's just a placebo effect that happens in my mind, but I just feel better. So I found a good supplement off Amazon for greens, capsule form. That way I don't have to worry about tasting it at all. And I just, take some pills. That's it. Okay. Now, the next ones I'm going to recommend, or at least what I take, they're beneficial. Very, very beneficial. And I've been taking them for a very long time. And that is simply vitamin C and zinc. Okay. I don't have the best immune system. It's weird. Like, even though I eat healthy, even though I train hard, everything like that, I don't have the best immune system. And I think it's more of my mindset because if, let's say, my son is sick, and he's always sick, he's in daycare, right? If he coughs, if he sneezes, all of a sudden, boom, that's me, right? I get sick instantly. It's weird. It's like if anybody's around me sick, I'm like, oh shoot, like I think I brainwash myself into thinking like because they're sick, I'm gonna get sick too. So I just make sure to take zinc. I just make sure to take some vitamin C on a regular, consistent basis. I also take a little bit of magnesium as well. This is like my immunity pack that I like to take. Also, a few of these supplements like zinc and magnesium do aid in, different things hormonally in the body like testosterone, but they're so small. I wouldn't just say, oh, I'm going to start taking zinc now to boost my testosterone. Like, no, And long story short, that's honestly it. Like, that's it. My post-workout, I will have from time to time creatine and ignition. Ignition is a glycogen replenishment supplement. You just put it into your scoop of, with your protein powder and down the hatch. It basically spikes your insulin so that way your body can absorb more of that protein, the amino acids. It works best for me. I like it, right? When I have it in the house, I feel like I get way better pumps, way better PRs inside the gym. I recommend it. It's a great supplement to take for replenishing, especially if you're somebody that's constantly sore. You go to the gym, you work out, and you're sore, right, constantly. Like, it's just aiding in recovery. That's all. Do you need it? Absolutely not. You can use honey, right, to spike your insulin. Put that into your protein powder instead, or your protein shake, I should say. You can also obviously stretch, right, active recovery to help aid in minimizing the lactic acid buildup, different things like that. There's plenty of ways to skin a cat, long story short. Creatine, I take 5 grams just right after a workout. That's it. right? There's actually like creatine is the number one most, researched supplement out there, in my opinion. Tons and tons of benefits with ATP function for more energy as far as explosiveness. So if let's say like I'm going heavy on, certain exercises in the gym or doing jujitsu, hey, I know like having the creatine in my system is going to aid in that. But that's it, guys, right? Once again, make a triangle, right? At the very top, there's supplements. You got to understand, like, hey, there's a lot that I do on a daily basis, right? And supplements do very little in order to maximize my brain cognitive focusedness, right? To maximize me building muscle and burning body fat. Guess what? That's all nutrition, right? Long story short, that's a lot of mindsets, a little bit of training, active recovery as far as like the NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis goes. Obviously, like banging out 300 push-ups and 300 sit-ups a day, that's changing my body composition. But at the end of the day, guys, trust me, supplements, like I said, it's kind of like the fat loss pill, or excuse me, the lottery ticket out there. You have to learn how to change your habits. That's what's going to have that long-term sustainable effect. You can't be just, a supplement, dependent, on that for the rest of your life, because you also have to understand that your body is going to adapt. So what does that mean? Well, hey, I know plenty of guys that take TRT, HRT, right? SARMs, testosterone boosters, all this nonsense, right? All this crap, in my opinion. And what happens? Well, hey, it works amazing in the beginning, but then eventually, right, it stops working. And that's because your body is a machine. It's made to adapt. So don't be a slave to supplements thinking that you can take it for the rest of your life and it's going to magically change your life. It won't, right? It's just like the same thing with guys taking blood pressure, cholesterol medications. Like, stop thinking that you can just take a medication and it's going to reverse and, lower your blood pressure, lower your cholesterol to where you have to stop taking that medication. It never will, right? You have to make sure you're eating healthy, you're training, right? And you have the habits that's going to adapt to a lifestyle change. And that's what we preach about all at Heartletics. If you guys want more information on that, hey, we have a free fat loss guide that you can simply go over and download and check it out and change your life for the better. With that being said, guys, this has been Coach Joe with the Heartletics podcast. I highly recommend you guys share this on your Facebook page or share this with somebody, because so many people have a horrible mindset when it comes down to supplements. And if they just listen to the words that I just talked about supplements do very little and how your foundations, your lifestyle change, hopefully some people start waking up. Hopefully, by you posting this on your Facebook or sharing this with a friend, it changes their outlook. So that way, they don't have to worry about wasting away hundreds of dollars every single month on supplements, and they can just start walking more and eating a little bit healthier and really improving on their health. With that being said, guys, I'll talk to you in the next episode. Peace out, girls.